What's going on, everybody? David here, back again with another video and another 4K Blu-ray holiday gift guide for you guys. This time we're going to be taking a look at some titles from Paramount. Paramount has a bunch of stuff to choose from as well, so I figured, just like the others, I would do a video just in itself independently for Paramount titles. Some stuff that you can pop on during the holiday season, some of my favorites right here, and then also some stuff that was just newly released that got sent to me. But first up, let's go ahead and get these holiday ones in right here. You gotta have this one. You gotta watch this one, pop this one in at least once. White Christmas on 4K right here. This is the 70th anniversary edition, first time on 4K, which is really cool. I love seeing these classic movies being released on 4K, especially like, you know, these first time on 4K situations. Just, it piques my interest. I love to see and check out, you know, the I guess how good the transfer looks. I'm not super like picky about it, but just the idea, it blows my mind. Just the idea that you know, a movie filmed way back when is being brought into, you know, in being transferred into 4K, and then like just how amazing it looks half the time. And I really enjoyed, you know, checking this one out. And like I said, classic movie. Love this movie quite a bit. Bing Crosby, that's a no-brainer. And then you have Rosemary Clooney, which, fun fact, that is George Clooney's aunt right there. So a little bit of Hollywood history there. Take a look at the back. This is a really fun one. It's so good. And like I said, you have to pop it in at least one time during the holiday season. Next up, we have one for the adults. If you guys just want to have a good laugh, and a good raunchy kind of laugh, we have Office Christmas Party unrated right here. I mean, look at that cast. It's a stacked cast. Really good. I mean, not the best movie in the world, but it's a really fun watch. And this cast here just it blows it out of the water. You have Jason Bateman. Jason Bateman's really good at comedy, and it's so weird to see somebody the caliber of Jason Bateman do, you know, crazy comedy and then go the route of like super dramatic actor. Like, not everybody can do that and pull it off. He can. He's one of the few that can do stuff like that. But really good. As you can see, here goes the back. But really fun movie. And it's, again, if you're looking for just a good Christmassy, you know, comedy, this one is one of my go-tos from Paramount anyway. All right, so we had to just get, you know, those two holiday movies out of the way. There's not too much, you know, as far as what I picked out for holiday movies. But all right, so the rest are kind of like my recommendations of what to put on, throw on during the holidays. And you know, some really good stuff. We have some great action movies, some popcorn movies, a lot of good TV as well. So let's go ahead and get started with these two, because these kind of call for a double feature. You have Gladiator and Braveheart, two amazing movies, and I don't even have to really say it, because I mean, everybody knows it at this point. I own various copies of these movies, and I love both of them to death. They're so good. And it's great for a good, like, you know, a good testosterone kick. Just throw them on and then just check them out. I mean, they're like probably like a little over 2 hours, I think, each one, or a good almost maybe close to 3 hours, but such a good time. It's like the time flies by whenever I watch these. I've watched them so many times, but really good. Cannot recommend these enough. If you guys do not have them in your collection, these are definitely must-haves right here. Take a look at the back there. But yeah, and especially, you know, if you're just coming off of like watching Gladiator 2, you're gonna want to put on the first one again and then relive it. So really good. Those are some of my recommendations as far as those go. And then next up is a movie that was just newly released, and that's Transformers 1 right here. This is the 4K Steelbook. This movie's really good. It's a good, you know, animated Transformers movie. Transformers, you can't really go wrong with anything Transformers during the holidays, especially like if you have company. I always end up putting on a Transformers movie, at least one of them, during the holidays. And this is probably going to be the one to throw on this year. This one was really, really good. Didn't expect it to be that good. Kind of blew me away, to be honest. And I'm really, really hoping that they do a sequel. All right, and then next we have Knuckles with Sonic 3, already coming out and stuff. It'd be great to pick this one up just to get like a good in between refresher, from Sonic 2 to Sonic 3. This was a really good show. It wasn't like the best in the world, but it was really, really good. I enjoyed it quite a bit. A lot of great comedy, a lot of heart with it as well. And Idris Elba's Knuckles is just funny in itself for some odd reason, and it works in a weird way, but really, really good. And there goes the back there. It has the special features, but really, really cool. And I'm glad that they actually released this and did a steelbook for it as well, because the steelbook is really, really cool. One to get for any steelbook collector and lover of Sonic the Hedgehog. I love all those Sonic movies. I am so, so glad that they really did those well and they turned out well, because the way that they were going initially, if you guys remember, that was just scary in itself. All right, next up we have another good family comedy to check out, Addams Family Values. This one's really good, and this is first time on 4K as well. As you can see here, a classic for me. When I was younger, I used to love watching this movie so much. Watching it now as an adult, I realized there was a lot of stuff that went over my head in these movies, but these are really, really good. Definite recommendation on my part. Fantastic. If you have not seen any of the 90s Addams Family movies, you have to pick that up. And then a classic here that in kind of pulling some stuff off my shelf, I started kind of looking around and I was like, I have to throw this one in here. I have not seen it in quite a bit, but I was like, okay, I spotted it and I was like, all right, I have to include this one because I really love this movie quite a bit. And I don't know if it really gets like looked at as a holiday movie. I think it takes place during the holidays. It's not really a holiday movie, I don't think. But if I remember correctly anyway, correct me if I'm wrong. But Trading Places with Dan Aykroyd and Eddie Murphy. Phenomenal movie. I remember watching this one when I was younger, probably when I shouldn't have watched it, but it was so good, and I would watch it, here and there throughout the years as I got older, and it just got funnier and funnier and funnier, obviously. But man, this is a really, really good one. You see just the comedic genius of Dan Aykroyd and Eddie Murphy. And then you have Jamie Lee Curtis in there as well. So it's just, this one's really, really fun. And I love checking this one out. And this is part of the Paramount Presents line here. So it does have like this slip cover. And it has the movie poster right there, which is really cool. And it has the year it came out, which is the year I was born. Funny enough, 1983. Whoa, that's weird. Anyway, definitely one to pick up if you guys have not already and want to check out if you're, looking for a good laugh. And then one that was just recently released right here, Galaxy Quest. I love Galaxy Quest, and this is another first time on 4K situation here. Love this movie so much. Man, I am so glad that they released it on 4K. And initially, I was, when I unboxed this, I was talking about the aspect ratio in this release, and and I got told in the comments that it was actually theatrically released that way with different aspect ratios, which I had no idea. I never really snapped to, and it's essentially just the theatrical version of of the movie just on disc. So it has like 3 different aspect ratios. Like the first 20 minutes is one, and then the second, you know, like I don't know, another 30 minutes is like another, and then the rest of the movie is your typical. But which I still find it's weird that they did that as far as 3 aspect ratios, but it was intended to be that way. So I mean that's pretty cool that they just uh, released it as it was intended. So really enjoyed this movie. I always enjoy this movie. This is so good, and it's fun to throw on and have a good laugh. And again, Steelbook, just the same artwork as the slipcover here, which this is unique in a sense that this release does have like an actual regular cardboard or stock paper uh, slipcover here with some embossing and things like that on it across here. So really good. If you have not picked this one up, definitely one to get. So much fun every time I watch it. Another newly released title that this one is a must-have. You have to put it on your list. Get it as a gift for a friend, family member, because this one is that good, and it is Pulp Fiction right here, the 30th anniversary limited edition release. Amazing release. I popped it in just recently. I did a video and unboxed it, and I was finally able to check it out. It's really that good. Yeah, and I like the fact that it came with all these little extras here that you see on the back, and this cool slipcover. I'll pop it out real quick just so you could take a look at it. But I love that aspect of it, and I thought that was so cool. You see here this really cool slipcover that comes with that release, and then you open it up, and it has the scene there from the Jackrabbit Slims where they're dancing. That's phenomenal. I love that, man. Really cool. So definitely, this is gonna be one that you're gonna want to get for any friend, family member that is a Tarantino fan, or for yourself for that matter. It's that good, this release. And then one for the Nolan fans right there, Interstellar. This is an amazing release for an amazing movie. Really love this. Did a video unboxing it not that long ago, and man, it is so good. It comes with these really cool patches here on the back, and this amazing book as well. As you can see, it does, it does open up like a hardcover book. And we'll take a quick look at it right now in a minute, but it comes with some posters and fantastic release. Really enjoy checking this one out immensely. There, you see that? And then it has all the extras right here, and the movie, you see here, it does open up this way, and then the discs are right here in these little sleeves. I know there are some people that don't dig that. I'm actually not, like, it doesn't bother me too much. It is a little bit a little hard to get them out in and out. I'm not too worried about them getting scratched, since Blu-rays are typically a lot more durable as far as scratches goes, unless you're like super rough with them. Then there shouldn't be an issue with scratching. If there were DVDs, then that would be a different story. But yeah, definitely a great release for an amazing movie. Really good, and you guys are going to want to pick this one up if you guys are Nolan fans at all. But phenomenal. This release is actually on my top Paramount, one of my top Paramount releases of the year. Now, next up, we have a lot of good TV. Paramount sent over some good stuff here, and I'm looking around because there's quite a bit. And we'll try to get through these kind of quick. But first up, we're going to start off with stuff for the younger kids. We have Star Trek Prodigy right here. This is season 2. I've talked about this one already before, and my love of Star Trek. It's so big. I love Star Trek so much, and I love this show so much just because I feel like this was a really good, easy way to get the younger audience into Star Trek. Um, it it doesn't dumb anything down as far as explanation of things go, but it does make it easier to understand. And this is a great entry point. If you Trekkies out there want to get your kids into Star Trek, this is right here. This is the way to go. Fantastic season right here, season 2. Really looking forward to more. But great release that you guys are gonna want to pick up, even maybe as a stocking stuffer. That's a great idea. Next up, we have one of my favorites, is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles right here. This is the complete classic series here. Fantastic. I already watched, I would say, at least a good like 3 seasons of this since I got it. And it's so much fun to just throw these on, and you can just have it on and just hear the audio, and it just brings back so many memories. The nostalgia is there for real with this, and it's so amazing. All the seasons here, 10 seasons in one complete collection. It's on DVD. I'm waiting for the Blu-ray release or the 4K release of these. Hopefully one day, that'll happen. Next up, we have Are You Afraid of the Dark? This is for the younger kids that are a little older. They just redid like Goosebumps, and so they also redid Are You Afraid of the Dark. They're a little darker in tone than what you guys will remember if you guys have seen the show back in the day. And they're really good. They're still very family friendly, obviously, but they have that good amount of scare in them that I would completely recommend to say, I don't know, maybe like a 12-year-old and up. I don't know. Depending on how you all would gauge it with your kids, but really good. Had a lot of fun with this. It does include three different seasons here. Does include the regular Are You Afraid of the Dark? Are You Afraid of the Dark? Curse of the Shadows? And Are You Afraid of the Dark? Ghost Island. So my second favorite, and this one I wasn't a huge fan of, but it's still really good. So you really can't go wrong with any of these 3. They're still phenomenal either way. Fantastic watches. And then next up is the big guy here. This is the big guy. Yeah, SpongeBob. The best 300 episodes ever. Big set here. This is great. I showed it to my son, and he was very surprised at this. He really liked it. And I've put on a good amount of these episodes as well, because they're pretty quick. They're pretty quick. They're easy watches. And they're just so much fun. You don't have to think too much, and you just have a good laugh, and they're goofy. And this is right up my alley, and my kids' alley. So definitely really cool. If you're huge fans of SpongeBob, definitely a set to get. And then they also released, this is just released as well, the complete 14th season on DVD. Right here. 14th season of SpongeBob. That sounds crazy to me. That's pretty nuts. And here goes the back. Right there. Really crazy. So, just so you all know, so you're aware, if you get this set here with all the 300 episodes, the third one, another 100 episodes, this one here does include the 14th season. If you already have the majority of these episodes, then it's definitely available to pick up just on its own. Or if you're just a fan of the 14th season itself, You can pick it up just solo right here. But phenomenal. I love SpongeBob. And I've said it before, I kind of got into SpongeBob late. Like I was already kind of older as it was, and then as I started getting older, I started watching it, and I was like, man, this is so good. Next up, we have some TV for the older crowd, and people that like procedurals and things like that. Some police procedurals, some like military procedurals and things like that. These are ones that my mom really loves this stuff. And she went crazy when these showed up here. The first one is NCIS Hawaii. This is the final season of NCIS Hawaii. Let's see what NCIS pops up next, because it's like they end one and then they it's like a what do they call it? The Hydra. You cut one head off and then two grow in its place. That's kind of what the NCIS is. One show ends and then two more pop up. I'm waiting for NCIS Space or something. That's gonna be the other one. But yeah, so this is definitely one to check out if you guys are into that. I haven't seen all of NCIS yet. I haven't I'm not caught up just yet. But this is definitely good to have as a backup and stuff like that. Man, my mom, again, she just goes nuts, man, over this stuff. The next one, she just nearly smacked me. That's how excited she was. And this is SEAL Team, the complete series. She's a huge fan of David Boreanaz. And this stems back to, because I'm a huge Buffy fan. And he was, Angel. He had his own show too. And so this stems back from then. She really liked him as an actor then. And then, he popped up in this SEAL Team show, and she's just all over it. She's seen every episode, probably numerous times, and she was ecstatic when this popped into the mail. And so it hasn't been opened yet, because I was like, well, let's hold off a little bit. And she was like, well, when can I watch it? I'm like, well, just give me a moment first. So I'm sure she's waiting to check this one out again. Here goes the back here. It has all the special features as well. 7 seasons, 114 episodes, over 5.5 hours of special features. That's gonna keep my mom entertained, definitely. But yeah, so let's go ahead and pop this open, actually, because I'm curious, and it'll save her some time. Let's see here. All right, so whoa, okay, so yeah, man. So okay, so the discs are stacked, and let me see here. Some of these are okay, but this is a lot, a lot. Like, this is crazy amounts. Yeah, it looks like a lot of them are stacked right here, but here you have these all 7 seasons. I said 7 seasons, and some of the discs are falling out, but man, insane. So yeah, definitely, again, one you're gonna want to pick up if you're a David Boreanaz fan, if you're a fan of these type of procedural shows. SEAL Team, it looks great. I've never had a chance to watch it, but I am a David Boreanaz fan, so I'll more than likely I'll end up sitting down checking it out with who, and most likely enjoying it, because a lot of people do. So next up, this one, she nearly knocked me over when she saw this one. She's a huge Tom Selleck fan. Like, you wouldn't even believe. So we have here Blue Bloods, the complete series. As you see here, this is one of the biggest sets that I probably have in the collection. If I remember correctly, I think so. I'm looking around. Maybe one of the heftier ones as well. You see here. All was it 293 episodes, over 20 hours of special features of Blue Bloods. I've heard so many good things about this show though. Like so many. So if you're a fan of this show, this is a like throw it on your list now. You might as well, or run right out and get it. From what I've heard, you can't really find it on the shelf right now. Like here and there, few and far between. I even saw somebody say that it was back ordered. I'll do some research on it, and I will put links down in the description below anyway. But yeah, I heard it was back ordered in a couple of online retailers, but I'll definitely look into that for you guys. But definitely one to pick up if you can. If you spot it, you're gonna want to get this one. I'm gonna open it up right now because again, my mom's gonna be all over it, and she's gonna just be like, "Can you just help me open it right now? Pop in the first disc." All right, here we have. Let's see, man, this is a hefty one right here. Look at that. So you have the first one has seasons 1 through 4. Second, right here, second case has seasons 5 through 8, and third case has seasons 9 through 14. Third case here is the big boy. The other two look like they're about the same size, but really, really cool. Again, to have this show right here, God, this is pretty hefty. Not even gonna lie. All right, so you have seasons 1 through 4. You have Donnie Wahlberg right there. And there goes the back. And a lot of these cases are the same, just like all the others. So there's nothing too fancy to look at. They all have episode guides in the back. I don't know if you can kind of see it there. In the back of all the discs, there is an episode guide included, which is good. That's very, very useful, especially with a show with almost 300 episodes. And then we have the second case here, seasons 5 through 8. There. And then there goes the back, all the special features. So yeah, so the one thing that I do know about this show was that there almost wasn't a last season. I don't know if you guys know that or realize that they almost canceled it, like just straight out, and didn't give it or weren't gonna give it an ending, which that is a big pet peeve of mine whenever it comes to like TV shows and like shows getting canceled, especially if it's a show that had a good run. Like, oh my god, like why would any studio just cancel a show like that outright with no resolution, nothing to wrap up the whole story? I've seen that numerous times, and that kills me every single time. Thankfully, with this show, there actually is an ending, and I'm actually very interested in checking this out. Just because whenever I start hearing things about like certain behind the scenes stuff that sound interesting to me, it piques my interest, and I'm like, okay, fine, I'll check out the show. So they actually brought it back, found a way to bring it back. I think Donnie Wahlberg and them like had their salary cut in half or something like that in order for them to film the last season, and that's pretty commendable, for them as actors to be able to do that, to get that ending. And then there goes the back for this one. This is for the case for 9 through 14. But really, really cool, man. These cases are huge. Like, these cases are immense. And like they're so big that even right here in the middle is an episode guide on its own. Right there, just in the middle of the spine. So that's pretty crazy. But yeah, really, really cool. One of my heftier sets here, I think, that I own, if I remember correctly. But Blue Bloods, the complete series. Definitely, if you guys are interested, check this one out. you're gonna want to pick this one up, especially for anybody that's like my mom. If you guys have parents that love this kind of stuff, boom, this is like a ready to go gift right here. You know, this is perfect. All right, so that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for checking out this video. Please give this video a big thumbs up if you dug it or found it informative in any way. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well, because I will be coming back with more videos as always. There will be links down in the description below where you can pick up any of these titles if you guys want to. You guys don't have to, but if you do, it does help support the channel quite a bit. And with all that being said, we'll catch you next time.